Well, hello, everybody. I am super excited because today I get to speak to one of my favorite soul brother loves in the universe.
Mm.
His name is Corey Castle. He is known as DJ Aquarian and also as a social worker. How are you, Corey?
Doing very well today. How's it going?
It's going great. Everybody,
Great.
I've been working with Corey for a couple of months now, and we've been looking at his human design as a manifesting generator, similar to myself. And I wanted to find out today, Corey, what made you seek me out to get more of an understanding of human design?
Started out, I had heard about it previously in passing on a podcast somewhere or some YouTube channel I was digging around in. And when you mentioned it to me, I said, oh, yeah, yeah, I've heard of that before, but I didn't know that much about it. So it just piqued my curiosity uh, when you mentioned it to me. So I said, why not try it? Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now that you have had two sessions with me and everybody, Corey had the regular session that I do, just a basic session that introduces you to your energy type, gives you background information on human design. I walk you through it so that you get a baseline understanding what your strategy is, your authority, what your defined and open centers are, what your profile is, what your not self, which is the area where you have wisdom, where your open centers are, what happens when you don't follow your strategy.
Mm.
That was part one. And then part two, we looked at a deeper dive into the channels, into the impact of the profile on your life, and how the human design can help you in your career and or business. And then Corey wanted to know specifically about his dad and his human design so he could look and see what came up for him. So let's break it down. Let's look at that first session. What were some of the aha moments for you?
Yeah, the first session, it was a few. The the part about my sacral authority or my gut, um, my decision making sort of comes from my gut. I thought that was very interesting, and I thought about it more after that session. But that tends to be more true often than not for me, um, especially as of lately. I have a feeling, and it usually starts somewhere in my body, and I'll go from there as far as making my decision. So when you were mentioning that, and the importance for me of as a manifesting generator of not just having a lot of energy, creative energy, but having like those mind body practices, Tai Chi, Chuan, exercise, some type of movement that I typically will do every week. Um, it was more of a, when you said it was more of an intuitive knowing or feeling. It's just something that I always did. And I sought out Tai Chi Chuan. I just sought it out and I got involved in it. And it's been tremendously helpful for me um, in relaxing into my body when I'm stressed, when I need to make a decision. Or as we talked about during the first session, uh, a lot of being still is important for me, which is again one of my go-tos a lot in my life. I've never, I tend to be pretty slow with making decisions. Um, I don't necessarily feel the need to go with what everyone else is doing or being swayed by family. In the past, a whole lot more so, but over the last few years, say 3 or 4 years, I've been tapping back into that. Like, how do you feel before I go in a certain direction? So that was great. That was eye opening. Um, uh, yeah, that was the largest thing that came up for me. And I'll have more to share later. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember our conversation
Mhm,
and some of the aha moments that you were having when you were like, yeah, that's me, that's me,
mhm,
that's me, that's me, that's me.
mhm,
And what I have found as a manifesting generator is that, like you, recognizing that I got to go with my own beat and my
mhm,
own rhythm, and learning how to honor that as we move through this society and this culture where there's a need to hustle, 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 grind, grind, grind.
mhm,
There's quote like a recipe for success. And
mhm, mhm,
the thing for me is that human design has given me that affirmation that what the fuck I'm doing is what the fuck I'm doing, you
mhm,
know, and you do what you need to do for you, but this is what I'm doing for me.
mhm.
And yeah, that really
Absolutely.
resonates, How have you been able to move with this understanding of your energy type, of your authority, of your strategy, and even your profile, any of those things? How have you been
Yeah,
able to move through your personal as well as your creative
yeah,
and your callings?
absolutely. Yeah, this was the most important one I was thinking about earlier. Um, far as personally, I was thinking about early this morning about this human design thing, and uh, I think what was resonating with me earlier was I think you had asked me before we did this. You said in the past, had you ever kind of had any struggles with um, my ability to my tendency to have different interests and want to go in different directions at sometimes maybe at the same time, and how that may look a certain way or be some people may be from the outside may be confused, but I've always naturally done that. I still do it, um, but as you just said, I think the important thing for me now at this point is just integrating all of that stuff. Um, and and for me, it's being people say being your most authentic self, but really trying to be uh, practice a high degree of authenticity. And when I'm doing that, when I'm doing those things personally, seeking out whatever I'm interested in, um, I'll delve into it as deep as I can. I'll take a pause. I'll step back. I may delve into something else. I may not DJ for a month, 3 months. I may pick up and I may go to Japan for 6 months and learn some kind of other skill. That's just the kind of way my passions go. So it's just really integrating it, um, and without any shame, without any doubt, not doubting it. It's just a part of my as we talked about my creative process. And if I'm not doing that, if I'm not consistently doing that, seeking out things that I'm interested in, um, I tend to I get in a rut and it will show. Um, so personally, that I was really thinking about that earlier, and professionally, same thing. I think it spills over into my professional life. Decisions that I make professionally, um, it kind of all is like an aha, like yeah, I understand why. Um, sort of working in that, I work in the government space. So working in that government space, why I've had so much kind of hitting the wall with it in that environment. Um, and so I've always sought out other things to do professionally, and I still do. Um, but I know what I need in a work environment. I understand that. I know what I need to be around to make me feel supported. I have to be doing something creative. Um, I have to have my own ability to step away and do what I want to do. So professionally and creatively, same thing, similar to the others. This radio show that I'm doing now, it's a part of that. Just returning to something that I put down a few years ago before the pandemic, and I said, "Hey, pick it back up." And by picking it back up, just respark um, that passion for music and stuff like that. So. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
tell everybody about
Mhm.
that radio show and where people can find you? Because it's
Mhm.
really important as as creatives for us to share our expressions. And
Absolutely.
I'm a big fan, clearly. And Corey
Yes.
has he's gonna tell you more because I could go ahead and do a commercial for him, but I'm gonna be quiet and let him do it.
No, I appreciate your support, Ananda. But it's called Voyage and Sound FM. It is held at Eaton Radio DC, which is in downtown DC. For those who are not familiar with the area, off of K Street, and it's streamed live every first Sunday of the month from 10 a.m. until noon. And the sort of the intention behind the show is helping people discover new artists. So it's kind of like me sharing with the community, and we're discovering new things, different sounds together across multiple genres. I'm not beholden to one genre of music. I always like to explore, and it's also a community thing. So I invite friends out. Um, Family. I'll invite family out as well to the space to just hang out, because it's not just for me. It's about everyone. I want everyone to be involved, to be around it, so it grows and grows organically, and it'll become whatever it's supposed to become. So yeah, yeah. But you can follow it on at Voyage and Sound Radio on Instagram, and Voyage and Sound Radio on Facebook.
And they
Yes.
can go straight to Mixcloud too.
Yes, I'm
And
sorry. Yes,
yeah.
yes. It's www.mixcloud.com/live/Eaton Radio.
All
Yeah,
right. And then you also have a Mixcloud for your own.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, if you go to Mixcloud, and I don't remember the whole website. If you go on Mixcloud, my name on there is Aquarian the DJ. Aquarian THE DJ. And all my mixes are there. Radio shows are I post there as well. All my old mixes, stuff I did in the past, um, it's there as well. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
everybody, if you need inspiration, you need something to relax to, you need something to dance to, you need something to spend some time with somebody
Hmm.
with,
Hmm.
or just walking, traveling, whatever it
Yeah.
is, he has the soulful touch to warm your heart and to feed your spirit. So check him out. So Corey, you have had the benefit of two sessions with me. That second session, how did that impact you?
I think the second session, which is one we talked about, I think more so my father, and delved a little bit into the centers as well. Um, I think it really reinforced some things. I think as far as my father's apologies, I can't recall his design name title right now, but from what I remember, he makes his decisions from it seemed to be emotion, and that resonated with me. Um, my dad is a Taurus, so he's a bit stubborn, but he's he's very much a decision maker, and um, he's very passionate and emotional about decisions and the things that he does in his life. I'll say it that way. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I'm kind of adjacent to that in my design. So it was helpful in understanding him, and just reinforced like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I've seen that. I've seen that before when I'm around him, and it's helped us get much closer. So that, and it just helped. I think also it just helped me settle into um, what a manifesting generator, what it entails. Um, because literally that would where we went over the sacral authority, making decisions from my gut, um, being it's either a hell yes or a hell no if I'm if I'm going into something. Um, and it's kind of that's kind of how I operate. Um, more so as of lately, because in the past I wasn't probably wasn't as comfortable with it. Probably wasn't now, but I understand a whole lot myself a whole lot more now, and I don't rush myself. I understand. I was even laughing this morning because I'm a type of person, because I have so many interests and passions, I can fluidly move from one thing to another, and it doesn't bother me at all. And even with in my home environment, I was reminding myself, like, aesthetically, I have to move things around. Like my house, I have to move furniture, I have to move my desk, I have to move my DJ equipment. I have to situate it because it's like a therapy for me. Aesthetically, when I walk in, it's so important. And I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, wow, like that was a light bulb that went off. I didn't think about it the last time we talked, but yeah, that's what the second one did. Yeah.
I love how you are in your integration phase, and I'm going to use that word,
Yeah.
integration, because you you get on this journey of living, and things pop up in your life, and I look
Mhm.
at everything as, at some point I get to a place where everything that happens or does not happen is a growth opportunity. It doesn't always happen as quickly as I would like, that understanding, but
Mhm.
I eventually get to it. And human design has been um, has been a lifeline for me understanding why I've done some things the way I've done them, and accepting some of the, if not all, because I'm in the process of doing that. I think that's just part of living, but it's helping me really flush out as a creative, as somebody that has that energy of a manifesting generator. It's really helping me, as you said, be authentic. And I call it thriving mindfully as the real me.
Mhm.
And so as you move forward
Yeah.
into the rest of 2023 and what's next for you, how could you describe my support to someone? If you met someone um, and they were asking, how did Ananda help you? What would you say?
I would say Ananda helped me. Well, first, I would say Ananda was very supportive. Um, as someone who had never done this before, um, as far as delving into this, she explained things thoroughly. We met multiple times, and yeah, she educated me. I'll say that in that way. And it wasn't a forceful thing. It was a revealing. I'll say that it was a revealing of some things that because we're the same. We're the same. We have the same manifesting generator. So it was a revealing, maybe to both of us, or a reminder about some things that that have come up for me throughout my life. I'm talking about since I was cognizant of, maybe when I was a teenager. Um, some of that stuff I was reading, we were going through it. I was like, yeah, but Ananda helped me understand it. Even the centers, my father's makeup, and the support was helpful because it it helped me to sort of settle in to, like, yeah, this is what it is. This is your type, this is your energy center, this is your authority. um, and it helped me kind of turn the corner on it. And now I'm not speeding, but I'm in a cruise, and I'm settled into that, what that manifesting generator, all that it entails. I'm settled into it, and I revisit it sometimes. What we talked about, the notes. She does give you notes to go back in, a summary for you can go back and read anytime, which is helpful. And I do revisit it from time to time. So yeah, I would say Ananda's very supportive, and yeah, great teacher,
Mm.
great great I want to say great practitioner. Use that.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
And I want to say thank you for being on the journey with me and being so generous with your time and
Yeah.
your feedback. It's been beautiful to serve and support you. And you know that I'm always around and
Mhm.
available. I'm learning some new things about human design and essential oils right now. So look out for, just a short little update in a couple weeks, getting ready for
Okay.
the summer solstice that you may be able to,
Yes.
get into, and how you take care of yourself. Oh, that
Mm.
was my last question is like, how has knowing about your human design helped you take care of yourself? I mean,
Mm.
besides the things that you've already been into with the movement practices and the mindfulness practices, but did you pick up anything in terms of self-care?
Yeah, I do remember one thing that stood out. The first meeting was the importance of rest or sleep. And I have been probably over the past year, I've been really been more intentional about getting enough rest every day uh, in order for me to be okay, getting up the next day and I have a good start to my day. So I have been very intentional about that. That's something I've been doing a whole lot more. Um, yeah, not staying up super late. Um, and yeah, I think that was probably the new thing I've started doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's always my interest too, is how does it help us take care of ourselves?
Hmm.
Um, because
Hmm.
that's something that I'm always looking at in my life and shifting as I move
Yes.
through different cycles, different energy needs. And everybody, human design is one of these self empowerment and self discovery tools that you can take and use in the way that works best for you. I offer it to my coaching clients as a buffet. There's all kinds of ways to understand yourself. There's all kinds of ways to align who you are with what is coming up in your life. Different ways, different practices, and just because human design may work for me right in this moment may not mean that it works for you. I do offer it as an opportunity to explore, because you never know. It's just like with astrology that I use in my life, and Corey uses music. I use music. He uses high vibrations. He uses Tai Chi. He uses mindfulness and meditation. You know, that's why they're here. They're here for us to taste and try out. And so everyone, if you're interested, if you're thinking, yeah, I might want to look at that, I invite you to go to anandaleek.com/human design and trust. There's enough information there. There are some podcast episodes where you can listen to my reflections. You can hear some other folks's experiences that I have posted there in videos just like this one. You can read some testimonial. And if you have questions and you're really just like, I want to know more, schedule a discovery call with me. It's a complimentary 30-minute call. There's no ties, just schedule it. And I'm happy to talk to you about human design, how it may or may not work for you if you have those questions. And then if you want to get a reading, only if you want to get a reading, a coaching session, there are two different options. So you just go to anandaleek.com/human design, and I'll see you whenever I see you. All right. Well, Corey, I want to thank you again. Tell everybody where they can find you, so they can tune in and get soulified. I don't know if that's the word, but I made it up.
It's all good. I like that. I like solidified. Um, um, I'm on Instagram at Aquarian the DJ, all one word. Also, as I mentioned earlier, Voyaging Sound FM on IG, and also on Facebook, DJ Aquarian and Voyaging Sound Radio on Facebook as well. Again, the website for the radio stream every first Sunday from 10 to noon is www.mixcloud.com/live/Eaton Radio. Eaton is spelled EATON radio.
And do you have any upcoming DJ events that you might want folks to check out?
I do. Thank you. June 17th, which is a Saturday, I am doing the Home Roof Festival. It's a jazz festival, a local DC jazz festival at Walter Reed Park in Northwest DC. And it is from 3 to 9 p.m. And there's about 5 or 6 different local bands playing, EU, Sugar Bear playing, and I'll be the main DJ, just entertaining throughout the concert. And it's free, no cost. You have to register on Eventbrite. Go to eventbrite.com, type in Home Rule Festival, HOMERULE Festival DC, and you just register and it's free. Bring family, kids, pets, bring a blanket, chairs, and there will be food trucks and stuff out there as well. So
okay. And if
yeah.
people want to talk to you about DJing, how will they reach you? By
Yep,
email?
you can email me at Aquarian, AQUARIAN, the letter D, the letter A, the letter DJ at gmail.com.
All right. I think we
Email me
covered,
there.
yeah, I think we covered everything because, you
Mhm.
know, people, hey, you got to give information to them and let
You
them
never know.
make that decision, you
Yeah,
know, rock and roll and keep it
that's
moving.
it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. And Corey, many, many blessings, affirming your
Thank you.
highest and greatest good. And I will see you
Thank you.
at the first Sundays.
Yes, looking forward to it. Yes,
Okay.
yes. All
Thank
right.
you again. All
Thank you,
right.
Nanda. All right, peace.
Peace.